In 1977, a radio telescope picked up a signal so powerful it shouldn't exist. For 72 seconds, something out there blasted a frequency that breaks every law of nature we know. Scientists called it the wow signal, and we still have no idea what sent it. But here's the thing, that's not even the weirdest part. Right now, galaxies are being pulled by something we can't see at 2 million miles an hour. Stars are dimming in patterns that defy explanation, and there's a spot in space so cold it violates the laws of physics itself. The universe is breaking its own rules, and scientists are scrambling to figure out why. I went down the rabbit hole to find the 25 most unexplained phenomena that have astronomers completely stumped. And trust me, what's happening with Tabby's star will make you question everything you thought you knew about reality. 25. The wow signal's echo. Back in 1977, a radio telescope picked up a signal so powerful that the astronomer monitoring it scribbled "wow" on the printout. For 72 seconds, something out there blasted a frequency that shouldn't exist naturally. The wow signal came from the direction of Sagittarius and hasn't been heard since. Or has it? In 2017, and again in 2022, astronomers detected signals with eerily similar characteristics from the same region of space. Here's what makes this truly bizarre. The signal was incredibly narrow-banded, meaning it was focused on a specific frequency. Natural phenomena produce broad spectrum noise, but this was precise. Deliberate, even. Scientists have tried everything to explain it away. Comets, satellites, and terrestrial interference. Nothing fits. And now that we're picking up similar patterns decades later, the mystery is only deepening. 24. The dark flow. Imagine watching all the traffic on a highway suddenly veer in one direction for no apparent reason. That's basically what's happening with galaxy clusters across the universe. Clusters of galaxies are flowing toward a specific region of space at over 2 million miles an hour. This phenomenon, called the dark flow, defies our understanding of how the universe should behave after the Big Bang. According to cosmic microwave background radiation, the universe should be relatively uniform in all directions. But these galaxy clusters are being pulled by something outside our observable universe. Some scientists think it could be the gravitational influence of matter beyond what we can see. Others suggest it might be evidence of parallel universes. Either way, something massive is out there, and we can't see it. 23. Tabby's star. KIC 8462852, nicknamed Tabby's star, is doing something no star should do. It dims irregularly, sometimes by up to 22%, and there's no good explanation for it. A planet passing in front of a star typically blocks about 1% of its light. This star loses more than a fifth of its brightness, and the pattern is completely erratic. The most talked about theory? An alien megastructure is harvesting energy from the star. But before you can roll your eyes, consider this. The dimming patterns don't match comets, dust clouds, or any natural phenomenon we know at all. In 2019, researchers found the star had been dimming steadily over the past century, losing about 16% of its light. Whatever is causing this, it's getting bigger, and nobody knows what it is. 22. Fast radio bursts. For a few milliseconds, something in space releases as much energy as the sun does in 80 years. These are fast radio bursts, or FRBs, and they're one of the most puzzling discoveries in modern astronomy. The first one was detected in 2007, and since then we've found hundreds more. Most happen once and never repeat, but some sources fire off bursts on a regular schedule, which makes absolutely no sense. In 2020, astronomers traced one FRB to a magnetar in our own galaxy. That was supposed to solve the mystery. Instead, it made things worse because most FRBs come from billions of light years away, far too distant to be magnetars. The energy required is staggering. Whatever's producing these bursts is unleashing forces we can barely comprehend, and it's happening all across the universe. 21. The cold spot. Floating in space is a region so empty and cold that it shouldn't even exist. The CMB cold spot is a massive void in the cosmic microwave background radiation, and it's been defying explanation since 2004. The cold spot is about 1.8 billion light years across. That's not just big, it's impossibly big. According to our models of the universe, a void this large has only a 0.01% chance of existing. Some scientists think it's a supervoid, which is a region with fewer galaxies that appear colder. Others believe it could be evidence of a collision between our universe and another during the Big Bang. The most unsettling theory? It's a hole in space-time itself, a scar left over from the universe's violent birth. 20. Oumuamua's acceleration. In 2017, astronomers spotted an object tumbling through our solar system. Oumuamua was the first confirmed interstellar visitor, and it was weird from the start. The object was cigar-shaped, about 1,312 feet long and moving fast. Too fast. As it rounded the sun, it accelerated in a way that gravity alone couldn't explain. Scientists suggested it was outgassing like a comet, but there was no tail, no debris, nothing. It just sped up. Harvard astronomer Avi Loeb proposed it might be an artificial object, possibly a light sail from another civilization. The scientific community pushed back hard, but here's the thing. Nobody has a better explanation. Oumuamua is now too far away to study further, leaving us with more questions than answers. 19. The Fermi Bubbles. Extending 27,000 light-years above and below the center of our galaxy are two massive structures emitting gamma rays. These are the Fermi Bubbles, and we have no idea what created them. Discovered in 2010, the bubbles are perfectly symmetrical, suggesting they form from a single catastrophic event. But what kind of event could create structures this enormous? The leading theory involves Sagittarius A, the supermassive black hole at our galaxy's center. Millions of years ago, it might have devoured a massive amount of matter, belching out these gamma ray bubbles. But here's the problem. The edges of the bubbles are too sharp, too well defined. Whatever made them happened relatively recently in cosmic terms, and it was powerful enough to shape our entire galaxy. 18. The Great Attractor. Our galaxy, along with hundreds of thousands of others, is being pulled towards something we can't see. It's called the Great Attractor, and it's hauling us through space at 1.3 million miles an hour. The attractor lies in the zone of avoidance, a region of space obscured by our own galaxy's dust and gas. Whatever it is, it's massive enough to influence galaxies across hundreds of millions of light years. Recent observations suggest it might be part of an even larger structure called the Shapley Supercluster. But that doesn't explain the sheer gravity involved. We're all falling towards something in the dark, and we won't know what it is until we get a lot closer. 17. Galaxies without dark matter. In 2018, astronomers discovered a galaxy that shouldn't exist. NGC 1052 DF2 appeared to have no dark matter at all. Dark matter is supposed to make up 85% of all matter in the universe. Galaxies literally can't form without it. Or so we thought. NGC 1052 DF2 is a ghostly collection of stars with almost no mass beyond what we can see. Its stars move slowly, indicating there's no invisible matter pulling them faster. Some scientists think the galaxy was stripped of its dark matter through a close encounter with another galaxy. Others believe it proves dark matter isn't as fundamental as we thought. Either way, finding even one galaxy without dark matter flips decades of cosmology on its head. 16. Mysterious X-ray emissions. In 2014, astronomers detected a strange X-ray signal coming from galaxy clusters. The emission line didn't match any known element or particle. The signal appears at 3.5 kiloelectron volts, a frequency that shouldn't exist based on our understanding of atomic physics. However, it's been detected in over 70 different galaxy clusters. The most exciting explanation is that it could actually be dark matter particles decaying. If true, this would be the first direct evidence of dark matter's existence. But there is a catch. The signal is weak and inconsistent. Some observations show it clearly, others don't detect it at all. Whatever's producing this X-ray emission is playing hide and seek with our telescopes. 15. The axis of evil. The cosmic microwave background should be random, showing the leftover heat from the Big Bang scattered evenly across the sky. Instead, it's aligned. Temperature fluctuations in the CMB line up with the plane of our solar system and the equinoxes. This alignment, nicknamed the axis of evil, shouldn't exist. It suggests the universe isn't as random as we thought. Some physicists believe it could indicate the universe has a preferred direction, which would rewrite fundamental cosmology. Others think it's a statistical fluke, but the odds of this alignment happening by chance are astronomically small. The universe seems to know where our solar system is, and that's terrifying. 14. Hypervelocity stars. Stars don't normally get kicked out of galaxies. They orbit peacefully for billions of years until they die. But hypervelocity stars are different. These stars are traveling at speeds exceeding 1 million miles an hour, fast enough to escape our galaxy entirely. Something launched them like cosmic bullets. The most likely culprit is a close encounter with the supermassive black hole at our galaxy's center. A binary star system gets too close. One star is captured, and the other is flung into space. But here's the problem. We've found hypervelocity stars coming from the outer edges of the galaxy, nowhere near any black holes. This means something else is launching them, and we don't know what. 13. Rogue planets. Planets are supposed to orbit stars. That's kind of their whole thing. But there are billions of planets drifting through the galaxy without a star to call home. These rogue planets were either ejected from their solar system or formed independently in the darkness of space. Some are gas giants larger than Jupiter, while others are rocky worlds like Earth. In 2021, astronomers discovered the smallest rogue planet yet, which is barely larger than Mars. If planets this small are floating around, there could be trillions of them in our galaxy alone. The unsettling part? One of these could be heading toward our solar system right now, and we never see it coming until it was too late. 12. The Eridanus Supervoid. The largest known structure in the universe is a void. The Eridanus Supervoid is a region of space so empty that it's creating a cosmic cold spot a billion light years across. Supervoids aren't unusual, but this one is different. It's 20% emptier than it should be, creating a gravitational deficit that affects the cosmic microwave background. Light passing through this void loses energy, making the background radiation appear colder. But the effect is far stronger than our models predict. 11. Pulsars with impossible timing. Pulsars are dead stars that spin hundreds of times per second, emitting beams of radiation like cosmic lighthouses. They are the most precise clocks in the universe. Except when they're not. Some pulsars suddenly speed up or slow down for no apparent reason. These glitches can't be explained by anything we know about neutron star physics. In 2022, astronomers discovered a pulsar that stopped pulsing entirely for minutes at a time before restarting. Pulsars aren't supposed to do that. Ever. The timing is too irregular to be natural. Some researchers have half-jokingly suggested these could be artificial beacons, but nobody's laughing when the math doesn't add up. 10. Saturn's Hexagon. At Saturn's North Pole is a hexagonal storm larger than Earth. The sides are perfectly straight, the angles are precise, and it's been raging for at least 40 years. Storms don't form hexagons. They form circles, spirals, sometimes ovals. But Saturn's storm is geometrically perfect. Something drew it with a ruler. Scientists think it's caused by jet streams moving at different speeds, creating standing wave patterns. But that doesn't explain why it's so stable or why the shape is so precise. In 2018, the Cassini spacecraft discovered that the hexagon changes color with the seasons, shifting from blue to gold. The storm holds steady, yet it also reacts in ways no one understands. 9. The Tunguska event's cosmic twin. In 1908, something exploded over Siberia with the force of 1,000 atomic bombs, flattening 80 million trees. However, no crater was ever found. The Tunguska event is explained as an asteroid or comet exploding in the atmosphere. Case closed, right? Not quite. In 2019, astronomers detected something similar happening on Jupiter. A massive explosion in the atmosphere, powerful enough to be seen from Earth, but no impact crater was found at all. Whatever caused both events is leaving no physical evidence. Some scientists now think these could be impacts from antimatter or even small black holes passing through planets. And here's the terrifying part. If it happened on Earth today, we'd get almost no warning. 8. Oumuamua 2.0. In 2019, amateur astronomer Gennady Borisov spotted another interstellar object entering our solar system. 2i Borisov looked like a comet, acted like a comet, and seemed to solve the mystery that Oumuamua created. Finally, a normal interstellar visitor. Then, astronomers analyzed its composition. The comet contained carbon monoxide in concentrations that shouldn't exist in any solar system, whether on ours or on others. Its coma, the cloud of gas around it, was also unusually bright, suggesting there are materials there that we've never seen before. Borisov seems to come from somewhere colder and darker than anything we've studied. 7. Mysterious gamma ray bursts from Earth. Gamma rays usually come from space, either from dying stars or colliding black holes. They are the most energetic events in the universe. So why is Earth producing them? In 2017, scientists detected terrestrial gamma ray flashes from thunderstorms. These bursts release as much energy as a small nuclear weapon, all from clouds. The flashing happens during lightning strikes, but the mechanism is completely unknown. The electric fields in storms aren't strong enough to accelerate electrons to the speeds needed for gamma rays. Some physicists think it involves positrons, which are the antimatter counterparts of electrons, being created and annihilated in Earth's atmosphere. If true, it's possible that there's a constant antimatter reaction happening above our heads. 6. The Planet 9 mystery. Something massive is lurking in the outer solar system, and it's hurting smaller objects into strange orbits. Astronomers have found several trans-Neptunian objects with orbits that cluster together in strange ways. Something with serious gravitational pull is shepherding them. The proposed Planet 9 would be 5 to 10 times the Earth's mass, orbiting 20 times farther from the Sun than Neptune. But after years of searching, nobody's found it. In 2024, some scientists proposed it might not be a planet at all, but a primordial black hole, roughly the size of a grapefruit, but with the mass of several Earths. No matter which is true, both options are still unsettling. We either have an undiscovered planet in our own solar system, or a black hole quietly orbiting in the dark. 5. The Repeating FRB 121102. Most fast radio bursts only fire once before disappearing forever. That is not the case for FRB 121102. This source has fired over 1,600 bursts since its discovery, and the pattern is only getting stranger. The bursts repeat on a 157-day cycle, which means it's active for 90 days and silent for 67. Natural phenomena don't work on schedules this precise. Pulsars rotate, stars orbit, but nothing in nature counts to 157 days and repeats. In 2020, astronomers traced the source to a distant galaxy 3 billion light-years away. Whatever's producing these bursts is ancient and powerful. The bursts also show signs of being focused, like a beam aimed directly at Earth. If this is natural, it's the strangest natural phenomenon ever found. If it's not natural, well... 4. Betelgeuse's dimming. Betelgeuse, one of the brightest stars in our sky, started dimming dramatically in 2019. Astronomers thought it might be about to go supernova, but later observations revealed the star wasn't dying, just temporarily obscured. The star lost over 60% of its brightness before slowly recovering, and the analysis showed it had ejected a massive chunk of its surface into space. Betelgeuse is a red supergiant nearing the end of its life, But stars this massive shouldn't just spit out pieces of themselves. The event was unprecedented. Then in 2023, it started dimming again. The pattern is irregular and unpredictable. Betelgeuse could explode tomorrow or in 100,000 years. When it does go supernova, it'll be visible during the day, brighter than the full moon. And we're watching it die in real time, with no idea when the finale begins. 3. The galaxies that shouldn't exist. The James Webb Space Telescope is finding galaxies that are too old, too big, and too mature to exist. According to our models, early galaxies should be small, chaotic, and primitive. Instead, Webb is finding massive, fully formed spiral galaxies that appear just 500 million years after the Big Bang. There wasn't enough time for galaxies like these to exist. They shouldn't have billions of stars yet, and they shouldn't look this structured. Either our timeline of the universe is completely wrong, or there's an accelerated galaxy formation in the early universe that we don't understand. Every new image from Webb makes the problem worse. We're seeing more of these impossible galaxies, and cosmologists are running out of explanations. 2. The Hubble Tension. The universe is expanding. We've known this for decades. But here's the problem. We can't agree on how fast. Measurements from the earliest universe suggest one expansion rate. Measurements from nearby stars suggest something completely different. The gap is too large to ignore. This is called the Hubble Tension, and it's one of the biggest crises in modern physics. Some scientists think dark energy is changing over time. Others believe we need entirely new physics to explain it. What's truly clear is that the universe's expansion is accelerating faster than it should be, and something is pushing it. Something we can't see or measure. 1. The Great Silence. This is the big one. The ultimate cosmic mystery that keeps scientists awake at night. There are an estimated 200 billion trillion stars in the observable universe. If even a tiny fraction have planets, and a tiny fraction of those host life, and a tiny fraction of that life develops technology, we should be drowning in alien signals. But the universe is silent. Dead silent. This is called the Fermi Paradox, and it gets worse the more you think about it. We've been broadcasting radio signals for over a century. Any civilization within 100 light years knows we're here. So where is everyone? Maybe intelligent life destroys itself before it can spread. Maybe there's a great filter we haven't passed yet. Maybe advanced civilizations are hiding from something, or maybe they're already here, watching us, and we're too primitive to notice. The silence isn't just puzzling, it's one of the most profound mysteries we face. The answer, whatever it is, will reshape everything we understand about our place in the universe. And that's our journey through the cosmic unknown. 25 mysteries that prove the universe is stranger than we ever imagined, and there are dozens more waiting to be discovered. Space isn't just infinite, it's infinitely weird. Which phenomenon creeped you out the most? Let me know in the comments below. And if you want to keep exploring the unexplained, check out our related video, 25 scientific discoveries that changed everything. The link will pop up about right here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.